and I may piss some people off right now, but this is just my opinion, and I'm so sick of hearing about the Jeff Saturday situation. I'm hearing about it on ESPN, Ryan Clark complaining. I'm hearing about Colin Cowherd, Joy complaining. And now the latest to speak out is Joe Thomas. If you want to throw up his tweet, go ahead. This is I don't know why Pro Football Talk called this a great quote from Joe Thomas. It's just a quote. It's not great by any stretch of the imagination. It was the most egregious thing I can ever remember happening in the NFL. I went 1-31 my last 2 years in the NFL. I'm assuming he was on the toilet while he was tweeting that, because that is just the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life. Everybody that's crying about this Jeff Saturday situation, that he got the job because he's friends with the GM, welcome to life. This is how it works. If you know people, you are more likely to get positions than if you don't know people. I don't care what color you are, Ryan Clark. It has nothing to do with the color of your skin, Ryan Clark. It has everything to do with networking. And last night I'm watching Amazon Prime, and what do those jackasses have to say? Richard Sherman's on there talking about, well, 50% of all NFL employees and high-end people are relatives of people that are already in the company. Once again, welcome to real life. It's almost like people try to bust their ass, create a living that they can pass on to their children. Oh my God, it's almost like the American dream. I'm going to create a business so that way my son doesn't have to. I can hand it to him. I'm going to work my way up in the NFL so that way if my son wants to get his foot in the door, I can give that to him. It's called real life. My dad was a truck driver. I didn't have many hookups in life, but that's the way it is. That's the ball we were all born with. So for everybody complaining that Saturday got a job and it's so unfair to everybody else, you go make friends with somebody who owns a football team, and I guarantee you may wind up with a position. Look at Rod Wood for the Detroit Lions. He knows nothing about football. Nothing. But you know what he does? He does know finances, and that's his job, to handle the finance. People complain, Rod Wood doesn't know anything. Like, shut the hell up and understand life is about connections. Life is about knowing people. The more you know, the better opportunities you will have. If you just sit here and bitch, that's all you're going to be, as someone who sits on the sideline and bitches. I hate the sentiment about what is happening with Saturday. This is like Chris Spielman being named the head coach of the Lions. Chris Spielman never has head coaching career. But you know what? He means a lot to the Detroit Lions. He's in the front office. He's friends with, obviously, Sheila Hamp. If he got the head coaching job, would we be crying about race with Chris Spielman? Would we be crying that he's... But no, Chris Spielman busted his ass for this franchise. He's still busting his ass for this franchise. Saturday represents the Colts beyond anything we know, because we're not in Indy. We don't know the affection that he has for that team, but I know damn well whenever I see him on ESPN, he's representing the Colts well. So just, can we stop with this narrative that this is wrong? No, this is life, and life is unfair. Get used to it. Raj, what do you want to say about that?
I was going to say, doesn't NBC have The More You Know with the shooting star across that we've known since we were kids? The more you know.
Yeah.
So like when you said that, it just kind of reminded me of that shooting star going across the sky. This is not a nepotism. It looks like to be... I don't like nepotism myself, but this is a guy who has lived and breathed the Colts for a long time. I don't personally have a problem with this whatsoever. I just think that just people... I understand, even me being a minority here, I understand the implications that...
You're a minority?
Yeah. But it's just like, to me, don't push that narrative when, in all reality, Jeff Saturday... Who knows how much he really knows? And I don't know. For me, it seems like it just go right to that card. I don't like it.
Anson, you want to tackle this before me, or you want me to go?
Well, you'll get no fight from me on this at all. It sounds like a whole bunch of coaching wannabes that are just hating. They need their participation trophies. This the united front throughout sports, the sports industry right now, is really what is kind of shocking to me. This is an in-house guy. We've seen coaches come up from out of nowhere, and at the end of the day, like Stick said, this is the real world. This is how it works. You build something to be able to pass it off, period.
Yeah.
You get to make the choice. That's it.